السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته يا شباب. اليوم رجعنا لكم فيديو جديد. اليوم الفيديو راح نسوي فيه غير شغلات، طبعا اجوا شغلات جديدة على الايفنت اتوقع، مثل ما شايفين الشاشة كلها نقط حمر، فراح نشوف ايش فيه وبعدها راح نبدأ بالستوري كويست من اول وجديد. راح نرجع نبلش فيهم لحتى نخلص البيرلوس ترايل. مثل ما شايفين فتحنا 3 ستوري وبعدها راح نسوي البيرلوس ترايل ونرجع نكمل مع السوميرو. يعني راح امشي بالترتيب، ما راح امشي هيك بالمهمات الموجودة. فخلينا نبلش هلا بالنقط الحمر بالاول، نشوف شو جاي وشو ما جاي. على ايفنت اتوقع اجا من هذا، يب في عنا واحد من هاد. هون في بالسيرفي شو صار؟ اوكي ايفنت سيرفي. اوكي الاسئلة هي مشان تاخد What year were you born؟ اي الميلاد اللي انت ولدت فيه؟ الميلاد اللي انا ولدت فيه 2003 مثلا. ميل، موبايل or tablet. Next. Which of the following best describes your participation in the garden in says؟ أي واحد بتفضل أكتر يعني بين الإيفنت الجديد تبع كولي. I never heard of this event. I know about the event but I haven't participated. I have participated the event. Overall, how satisfied with the show? Garden. Somewhat. طيب أنا راح زد that. Okay. I don't remember. I don't pay attention. How interesting. Somewhat interesting. Somewhat satisfied. Next. Unique مدري شو. تمام، ما في أكثر من تنتين. نزت. somewhat interesting. satisfied. عم بيحكولنا إذا عجبكم هذا ولا ما عجبكم يعني. والله طويلة. natural. satisfied. هذا عجبني صراحة، هذا بحط له very satisfied. natural. شو هي هيك؟ braving elements. natural. طيب ما هذه خلاص، هذا ما عجبني. اوكي natural. next. تمام، هيك بنكون اخذنا الفلوس اتوقع. يب claim all. شيل النجمة. delete. شوف شو عنا بالنوتس. The moon 1,000 roses brings. مدري. survey now open. عم بيحكوا انه نزل السيرفي اللي دخلنا عليه هذا هون. ما ضل شي. نيو ميل مرة تانية. هذا انه اجا المصاري. اوكي ما اعتقد. خلينا نسوي هاد وبنبلش معناته go to challenge. يا ولا وش بياخذنا هنيك هلا؟ بدنا نيجي من هون او نيجي من هون نفتح هدول بطريقنا. تمام هذا برجع لكم بس افتحه. طيب بعد ما جيت لهون قربنا. اعطوني رأيكم نزل كل يوم فيديو عجب ولا يوم ايه يوم لا؟ انا بمشي حسب المشاهدات لهيك بنزل يوم ايه يومين لا حسب. شو هيك؟ التحدي الثاني. اوكي معنا كوكومي 2 مي كالعادة وكهرباء وهواء. اوه تيم اسطوري كمان، بس لو كان عطونا غير فشل كهرباء حتى نكسح كسح. اوكي فشل ما زيادة. هاي الشخصية ما عاد طلعت لنا، كانت تطلع كتير من قبل. سكور مدري شو اسمه. ألفين وثلاثمية مدري نشوف إذا بيعطونا كل شي. تمام ما أعطونا كل شي بنجرب. تمام ما في مشكلة. دول لسه بدهم كتير. المهم هلا بدنا نبلش اتوقع بشاو ألبيدو. اوكي مهمة ألبيدو هيك شكلها. اوكي ألبيدو هذا بمونستاد يمكن. يب سوكور.
Looks like Timaeus isn't here today. Customers? Oh, pardon me. Are you looking for Timaeus? No. Just strange for him to not be around. I see. He was called away by Albedo a little while ago. I was called over to attend to the store. I'm Sucrose, Albedo's assistant. If you have any alchemy-related queries, you could always ask me. I do my best to help. Huh? Do I look nervous? My apologies. I don't get out too often. I'm usually in the laboratory where there aren't many others to talk to. If you need any help, just call my name. If not, I'll be reading a book. Over there. Thanks. No worries. We're all clued up on the basics of alchemy, aren't we? Hey, aren't you the legendary traveler?
نعم
The
نحن.
one who repelled storm terror?
يب
I've heard so many stories about you. Always wanted an opportunity to research you up close. What do you mean, research? Sorry, don't mind me. What am I saying? Still, you'd definitely be able to help Albedo. There's that name again, Albedo. Is he also an alchemist in Mondstadt? Apologies, I never introduced him. Albedo is the Knights of Favonia's chief alchemist. He's also Timaeus and my teacher. But Paimon's only ever seen Timaeus teaching alchemy. So that means Albedo is a teacher? Yes. He's dedicated
هو
gifted alchemist
الأستاذ
coming to
تبع
Mondstadt from all over
التيميوس.
Tibet, seeking his help. Wow! Paimon didn't know he was such a big deal. Still, it seems that he's encountered a problem in his research recently. I'm sure that Albedo would love to hear about your incredible exploits. Albedo is a true gentleman. He'll be sure to pay you back in equal measure for helping him out. I don't see why not. Testing the limits of living beings' capabilities? Albedo and Timaeus will be conducting research in the mountains right now. I'm afraid you'll have to go to the entrance to the pass and look for him by yourself. Sorry. Hey, stop!
Okay. Observation reports.
Sucrose is a whole lot like... Anyway, let's go and look for Albedo.
شو دخل هدول بالموضوع؟ هاي مو روزاريا؟
Sister Rosaria! So here you are! Choir practice is about to...
I've told you already, I don't go in for that kind of thing. I've got more important matters to it.
But the This event has commemorative significance.
Hopes? That's odd, because I don't recall a fulfill the hopes of other.
I mean, sure, but...
But what? You're the event organizer, aren't you? Do you not find it the least bit odd?
What do you mean?
This far out from Mondstadt at this hour? Who knows? Maybe this is someone's grand plan to make a fool out of you.
Huh? Well, that can't be. People aren't like that.
Evidence decides what people are like, not your feelings. Don't fret. Nobody's gonna blame you if you go back empty-handed. I can't imagine anyone else was delusional enough to think I was gonna show up. But if you dally any longer, you really won't make it.
You're right. It's a very important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right, I've gotta get going.
Seems like...
I thought I heard something. Who are you and why are you eavesdropping?
We better watch out. She seems like a dangerous villain. Or a trickster at the...
Oh, really? I'm a member of the long-standing Favonius Church. You're an eavesdropping pixie from who knows where. And you think I'm the trickster?
Wait, she heard that? Paimon was whispering some...
And as for this outlander you seem to be following... Huh. So it's you. The honorary knight that saved us from storm terror. Well, otherwise, depending on your answer, I could have arrested you on the spot.
What? Do the Sisters of Mondstadt have the authority to arrest people now?
We can't go turning a blind eye to hidden dangers, can...
That doesn't sound right. But Paimon can't think of a good comeback.
Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains? If it's him you're after, I made a point of noting his tracks. Many people have made their way up after the snowstorm. Let's hope they're still there.
So, are you also looking for him?
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I sensed elemental traces in these tracks. Never hurts to be vigilant. I couldn't care what you think. Come on then. I'd like to see what he's up to anyway.
لا
Rosaria said there were elemental traces in the tracks. They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight.
Want a taste of my hammer? Huh, freeze!
Gotcha! Take it easy.
Scatter! Huh, freeze!
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
You're so... It's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Me? I'm all right. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
Huh? Seems like there's more to being a sister in the Favonius Church than Paimon realized.
اوكي وصلنا. عشان بهاي المهمة بصير في اثنين منه.
Why?
The word on the street is he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape. The views and scenery here are pretty good. Potential paintings everywhere you look.
But can't he see those hilly churros? Isn't he in danger?
نطلع.
Uh-oh. Looks like we startled them. Enough talk. Let's take them out of the picture first. Boing, boing, boing.
Easy.
Who are you? Why did you alarm them? Thank the gods I'd already completed my painting. Would have been a shame to leave these particular hilly trails unfinished.
What's up with painting hilly churros? What makes them so interesting?
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my painting, it may give you a clue.
ما هي كانت الرسمة.
Wow, look at the detail! But some of it seems to have been done in a hurry.
You can find these hilly trails anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not worth closer inspection. But take a look at this specimen. The build, the coat, and there's a distinct force at work here. In the cyclical lives of such primitive communities, such unique...
Hold your horses. Ugh, something tells me we're in for a thesis and I haven't got the stamina. We found your man. I'm headed back.
What? Don't you have any questions for him? Hey! What a weirdo.
So Sister Rosaria brought you. Surprising. And I didn't have time to thank her. But back to the point. From her words, it seems that you were looking for me?
Mm-hmm. We met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose. She said you were stuck with your research.
I see. So Sucrose sent you here. Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the honorary knight. You've got the whole of Mondstadt talking. I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack, your elemental control, and quite a few other mysterious things. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You came from afar. From another world, correct? Excellent. If I could procure your assistance, I think my research would benefit enormously. Forgive me. This must be confusing. Where should I begin?
Whoa, you want to start with that?
You're right. Giving a demonstration would be better than trying to explain. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
You can do that?
However, I have a particular seed in my possession. The method I'm talking about has produced no results. It's like you, in that it hails from another world. Helping it to grow, to bloom. That's the problem my research is up against.
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure we're gonna be much assistance.
I beg to differ. I'm unable to comprehend the intricacies of life, but you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you, I may just be able to find a way to get the seed to sprout.
Shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freaky.
Mora, knowledge, and the answer to the question you are seeking. It happens to be an answer that I can provide. Time for a change of surroundings. We should be going.
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk to Mondstadt?
لا ما له ريسك ما تخافي.
La la la. Da da da.
بس بما انه هون خليني اغير شو اسمه شي احط غيره كهرباء او هواء.
with me.
مرة جاي إن شاء الله.
Paimon has a question. After the seed sprouts, will it grow into anything?
I don't know, but I feel the importance will lie in the method, not the endpoint. Using alchemy to awaken otherworldly life into that would constitute a big leap in my after awakening. Even creation may be possible. Still a little difficult to understand?
No, Paimon's got a brain. But what's the seed gonna become? Isn't that more interesting than whatever it was you were saying?
Well, if it...
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
Well, the subject of my first research was the elements. In this world, manipulating the elements requires a vision. Though I can't see anything resembling one on your person, how you're able to freely manipulate elemental power is something I'd like to ascertain. I've got a few questions in that regard. Firstly, do you have any extra organs? A second heart? A fourth stomach? Things of that nature. Fascinating. And this floating child is connected to your body in some way?
Floating
See the
child.
gap between us? And another thing, it's Paimon, not floating child.
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Perhaps there is some invisible force connecting you. Oh, that rules out that possibility. I wonder, did Paimon guide the elemental power to you? But that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick, or cause the waterfall south of Springfield to flow backwards. No, that definitely can't be it.
ليش هيك طلعت؟
Hey, how would you know anyway?
In that case, it would appear that there's no obvious difference between the composition of your body and that of the humans in this world. Given that there's clearly a discrepancy in their research, it seems that only experimentation will yield the answers. Firstly, this mysterious elemental power. I'd like to examine exactly how it manifests external. Let me lure a few slimes to the area. Perhaps.
Huh?
Direct and clear observation are imperative to a good experiment. This is just a simple exercise. Naturally,
Okay.
if you require a greater challenge, we could bring in 6 Oceanids.
Slimes! Slimes are fine!
Well, prepare yourself. The slimes will be here any moment.
Okay.
Quietly now.
Jumpy, jumpy, go! La la la!
ليش ما انحطت هي؟ الأولتي ما اشتغلت تبعته.
Great work. Did you feel anything out of the ordinary? If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready. Excellent. According to my observations, the manifestation of the external elemental flow is as expected. Elemental reactions are normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Now that we know that the external flow is manifesting normally...
Internal flow? How do you test that?
It's very simple. I can use alchemy to create a potion that will extract elemental power. If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body, this
Sounds kinda
Don't worry.
And...
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary preparations. Try not to worry. Well, just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs for any other reason, that's a bad sign. Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, the potion we'll use for the test is It's a type of ore known as star silver. I'll take you to my campsite. All going to plan.
Paimon's still got a few safety concerns. Let's keep our eyes open.
I will.
نرجع شي نعبي دم الشخصيات.
Here. Should do for catalyst purposes.
Gotcha.
This one. Usable with a bit of polish. What luck. This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
Okay.
This is my campsite. I've added the materials we collected to the concoction. While we are waiting, have a look over here. My assistant Tamea's here is helping me with my research. I'm guessing you may have met in Mondstadt already.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment.
Whoa! Look at all the data! You got all these results from one slime battle?
I wouldn't call them results. Inferences, and a few daring guesses, perhaps. I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the phylogenetic relationship between this traveler and the slop. Following...
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life form. A cryo... And that's...
yes.
After all, if it turned out...
Ah, it would... Speaking of dick...
Great, I'll leave you to it. Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. In line with my expectations. Ready to drink. Remember to keep calm at all times, and breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
نشربها يعني شو نسوي فيها؟ راحة عم نحرق. ايش شربناها؟
Tasty? You've got a funny look on your face. You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready? What?
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. And a very positive one at that. This potion channels elemental power into the body. Under normal circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort.
So you knew.
It was my own concoction, of course. But of course, in conclusion, then again, better an ordinary result than a the good thing people are this when you're sick, but for example, a human can't. To sum up, Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out. If you could see to collating them.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. You gave me a lot to consider. Having you down as an animal wasn't very precise of me, but starting with the premise of an elemental life form?
Not bad. I think
you could.
Is he trying to join the Knights? He's starting to sound like a suck-up. What Paimon meant to say was, that's the spirit? Mr. Albedo, say something.
Before we can proceed with our research, if you're interested, why not have a look around?
A board with some مدري شو هو experiments. طيب
Here comes Albedo. Let's go see him.
Albedo.
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting? Not to worry. They're all for alchemical purposes. Well, on with the research. There may be significant differences, but take Tevat, for example. Here, those with visions can manipulate the elements, but worlds may well exist where only one person is able to do so. Leaving elements to one side. Do you possess any unique abilities? Ones that don't exist in this world? I think answering this question calls for the same methodology as last time. In other words, time for the next experiment. No. You shan't be required to exert. Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it.
أي طاقة نستعمل willpower? Sorry, I just can't do it.
You think Paimon knows how to do that stuff?
That was your best effort? Have you tried using your elemental power with food? I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. It may even help with proliferation. I suppose I have a curiosity for things that others find surprising. Anyway.
ليش نحن عم نطلع من تمنا وهدول الاثنين عم يطلعوا منه؟ دخان يعني.
Not only is this recipe a staple for me, it's also.
Paimon, that does sound
شوف
yummy though.
بس أنا
Okay, Paimon approves.
بس ترافلر يعني.
Good buddies are always on the same page.
I'll leave you to it then. Looking for if there's anything left over.
How are we gonna channel elemental power into the food? Where does he get these ideas from anyway? Let's just do it the old-fashioned way.
Sunshine Sprat. Sunshine Sprat. وين نلاقي هذا Sunshine Sprat؟ هذا ما بيكون عندنا أغراضه لأنه إحنا ياب عنا جبنة مدري زبدة هون اثنين كلها 4 دقايق الواحد. طيب معناته نرجع لكم بعد 4 دقايق.
A few moments later.
يا جماعة رجعنا، اتوقع انه خلص. نشوف. يب sunshine. شينيان. شو راح يصير يعني؟ chance دبل تاني كمان نفس الشي معناتها. يا بسم الله. perfect. تمام.
That was fat.
نشوف.
An average outcome experimentally, but you've really brought out the flavor. You seem well versed in the science of gastronomy, as far as the proliferation hypothesis is concerned. Unless, could it be that the natural laws of this world are limiting your—
We just didn't—
Not to worry. At least we put some food to good use. No need to feel disheartened. And here's your portion. Enjoy.
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying attention.
I can tell that you're good friends. Paimon was keeping an eye on you and your safety during the whole experiment. Not that Paimon would have been able to do much if things had gone wrong. But anyway.
Hey! You were being nice a second ago! But you do have tasty recipes, so Paimon forgives you. And you're right, we are good friends. You have good friends too, right? Good students?
Yes. I'm fortunate too, I suppose. Anyway, moving on to the next experiment. There are all manner of alchemical items here. I managed to retrieve the majority, but 2 vials have been evading me.
Paimon's barely finished eating and you wanna—
Don't worry if you can't locate them. If you had, say, I must have—
So, guess we'd better take a look. Oh yeah!
طيب يا جماعة راح نوقف اليوم هون، واتوقع بكرة راح نكمل. شو لازم نسوي؟ ندري. use elemental site to look for the lost items. هنيك في وحدة، هاي هون في وحدة، بس الثانية مدري وينها.
Crystal fly can only be animal. This must be electrohypostasis powder.
طيب يا جماعة هون راح نوقف اليوم، وبكرة اتوقع بنكمل الباقي ونخلص مهمة او قصة ألبيدو. يمكن بقصة يولا معناتها من قاتل ألبيدو الثلجي، هيك على الأغلب، ما بعرف. إن شاء الله يكون عجبكم الفيديو واستمتعتوا معي في الفيديو رهيب. رهيب يا أخي ألبيدو. أتوقع إنه حتى عندي إياه بحسابي التاني، بس مشكلة حسابي التاني إنه صار ورا هذا الحساب، يعني بدنا نرجع نعيد بمهمات حتى نحسن نرجع لهون. عندي فيه أتوقع جانيو على ما أتذكر، مدري ما بتذكر غير جانيو إنه كانت 5 نجوم، مدري إذا في غيرها عند ألبيدو كيتشينج، وفي كمان شو اسمها هي جين، هيك بتذكر. المهم بشوفكم بكرة، سلام.